Hi, my name is Spencer, and my 1929 Ford Model A Phaeton is what I'm standing next to. It's my second Model A, and I'm thoroughly enjoying driving it. So I came into the Model A hobby by searching NextDoor app, where I found a car for sale, a 1931 Cabriolet, that Art Mample, a member of the Evergreen A's, had for sale. I went over to his house, I looked at the car, and I was told it's on hold at the moment, so it wasn't quite ready to be sold. But then Art called me back about a week later and told me that the first gentleman who's decided not to purchase it, and then made an offer on it and took it home on the back of a trailer. And Art told me I had to become a member of the Model A Club, the Evergreen A's, because they had a group of guys called the Doctors that would come out and get the car up and running. And sure enough, within like an hour of the Doctors being at the garage there, they got my car up and running and fired, and away I went down the road, and just been loving driving the Model A's ever since. So the car I have now, the 31 Cabriolet that I had, it needed a lot of restoration, and I originally thought I would do the restoration and make it beautiful again, get it up and running. But after having it for about a year and a half, I just decided I would not do it the justice that it needed. And I heard about the Phaeton that was coming up for sale by a widow who unfortunately lost her husband, that kept the car just in great shape. So I went up, took a look at the car, fell in love with it. A week later, back to the Doctors. I took a doctor with me up to take a look at the car, which the doctor gave it a very clean bill of health and drove it around the block a couple of times after it was on blocks for 3 years. Got it to fire within moments. So I went in and made an offer on the Phaeton and told Janice that I would take great care of her. So I drive my car more often than most. Last year I won the high mileage award with, I think it was 1,300 and some odd miles. This year, being June, I'm already above that 1,300 miles. Some of the things I've done in the Model A is I did a wedding in the Cabriolet. In the Phaeton, I actually got to go to prom last year with 4 young ladies, that, 3 in the back and 1 up front with me, and we went to all kinds of fun places, and the kids just loved to see it. Even made it in. There's so many favorite parts in driving it around, all the waves and the smiles and the looks you get. It's just fun. I know I like to drive in a group, so the more cars I can see in the group, I think the better. Last weekend we did Uvalde parades where we had about 10 Model A's in the parade, and it was just a blast. Going to the tulips, we had about a dozen cars with one of the other clubs that we drove up and saw the tulips up north, and that was so much fun to see that many cars in one place, that many Model A's in one place. So if you're interested in the hobby, I would definitely say join the club first. I should have done that instead of buying a Model A first. I did it backwards. And find out what's out there, what's for sale. Take a look at different cars. I definitely would have done it different if I did it today. I would have joined the club first, taken a look at what a bunch of different members have in the way of cars, and then decided on which car was the right one for me. So I often find myself standing back as I have the car parked out front, just looking at it going, I can't believe I own that car. It is such a fun little ride to drive around.